Hey frugal folks, in today's video we are going to take an up-close look at the Roku Streaming Stick and why this is a great solution for your entertainment needs at home. I've been buying these little Rokus for years. This is just their newest model, but these are extremely convenient if you have an HDMI port on the back of your TV, but your TV doesn't feature all the built-in smart apps. So if you're someone that does have an old style TV, or if it's a 10-year-old TV that doesn't have all the apps built into it, this is a great option for you. So I'll go ahead and cut into this guy and we'll just take a look at how simple these little Rokus are. This here, I'm a little interested in how it's going to look, just because these sticks tend to, they're basically hanging off the back of your TV. So I'm a little worried about how it might look, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and unpack this guy and see what Roku is providing us with. One thing that Roku always does an exceptional job on is their packaging. They always seem to put them in these nice little compact boxes, and everything is very crisp and clean and covered in plastic. It's just, for me, it's very satisfying to unbox these guys. I have probably about 7 different TVs in our home, which might sound a little extreme for some, but these Rokus have really allowed me to eliminate cable services, satellite TV from my house. I buy these for $29. I think these right now are on sale at most stores. Retail is $29.99. Now they have the Roku HD, which is, I think, actually a better design than this, if I'm being honest, because this is really just a glorified little Amazon stick, and it might do well if it plugs into, I guess, depending on the device, but I don't know. We'll have to install this guy and just see for ourselves. I was first introduced to Rokus back in college when I first met my wife, and I had no idea that they had little devices that you could plug into your TV that would stream all these different platforms. Essentially, half of them are free. And that is really the beauty about these Rokus, is that they can really save you a lot of money and eliminate your need. If you're someone that is still watching old-fashioned cable, or maybe you have a fancy satellite package, you're paying a couple $100 a month, this system really can cut all that down dramatically for you. Now, in terms of instructions on setting these Rokus up, they're very simple. The last several models that they have come out with have all featured an HDMI cable. So just understand that you will need an HDMI port in the back of your TV monitor in order for this model to work. There are some older models of TVs that have an HDMI port that's hiding behind like a small plastic panel. So you might need to pry or pull off a plastic panel in order to expose that HDMI port. So keep that in mind as well. Now that we have all the plastic removed from all the wires, the remote, etc., let's go ahead and connect this. Now, this cable provided in your Roku Streaming Stick is strictly for connecting to the actual Roku drive, this little streaming stick essentially. And you'll see that open spot. That, I believe, is a micro USB Type-C connection. And so I'll just make sure we push it in there nice and snug. Before this video is over, I will show you guys what other Roku models I have throughout the house. In this video, we are replacing the Roku 3, which, is pretty old at this point, so it definitely needed to be replaced. But super simple. We'll just take the actual streaming stick and push it into the available HDMI port on the back of our old Samsung. This TV is actually due for replacement. My wife has had this since 2010, so this is a 15-year-old television set. You will not be able to plug in your Roku without a USB adapter, so make sure you grab one, whether you have one in a junk drawer or you need to run down to the store. You will need one in order to connect and power on the Roku Streaming Stick. After you get it connected, it's really self-explanatory. The system is designed to really kind of make it super easy and convenient. Kind of walks you through everything from programming your remote to setting the language. Of course, here in the States, we're going to select English and basically say yes to any type of updates. The first thing it will ask is to connect to your available Wi-Fi, so you will need to go ahead and make sure you enter the needed information, password, etc. Also, be sure to do the software update. If it's available and it prompts you for the update, go ahead and say yes to it. Now, I understand it can be a frustrating process to activate your Roku account. If you're someone that has a Yahoo email, you might experience some issues like I have. For whatever reason, I was trying to activate this new Roku Streaming Stick, and it was not sending me the activation email. And unfortunately, I did not know the password for my Roku account. I could not remember it, and neither could my phone. So make sure you have a couple of different emails available. And if you need help, like I did, I had to turn to my wife, and she was able to use her Gmail account successfully to activate this, and it was very easy. But for whatever reason, I had problems with my Yahoo email account. I'll go ahead and share with y'all how to use the free apps that are built into your Roku. Now, the first one is the Roku channel, and this one I highly recommend. They have a variety of different things to choose from, and just like a lot of streaming services, similar to Netflix, Amazon Prime, you're going to have different options as far as categories, whether you're into horror, documentaries, fantasy films, etc. Another great option is Pluto TV. Now, Pluto TV is more geared towards older folks that are used to having cable TV, like watching, episodes of the Andy Griffith Show or the Beverly Hillbillies. There's actually channels that are constantly playing different things, and you might click on something and it might be, halfway through its, viewing. This is an option for folks that are more interested in kind of like cable or satellite TV. Like here we got Judgment Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You really can't beat watching a lot of these films. In my opinion, some of these old films are better than some of the new stuff they're making these days, a lot of the times. But a third great option, and it's probably one of my personal favorites, is Tubi. And my kids love Tubi as well. There's all kinds of, and these are not brand new movies by any means, but they are great films that have been done within the last 30, 40 years. And you'd be shocked at what's available where you just have to click it a couple times, that it doesn't require any signing in or nothing. And that's something I would caution folks, is if it's asking for you to sign in or to start a free trial, you can avoid those types of things and just flat out enjoy the little Roku for what it does give you. And that's really what I would want to leave you guys with, is these little Rokus are great. And this particular one here, I think, is by far it's their best design that they offer. And it's called the Roku Express HD. Now, the high definition, which is the HD, that is the one that I would recommend if you have an older TV. Now, if you have a newer TV and it has 4K capability in terms of the resolution and the image quality, you can get the Roku Express 4K. But if you are like me and you got TVs that are 10, 15 years old, then the HD model works great. And it's really the best little device that I could ever recommend to anybody. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, and we will see y'all on the next video.